active Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. It's time for your 8-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon in Gemini to new moon in Capricorn, December 2022. I am your reader, son of a Cancerian mother, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 24 and a half years at the time of this recording, so happy about that. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, that it's available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box that you can click and preview. I'm feeling really happy about that too. You know what else I'm feeling really extra super special happy with? That I am a creator on Patreon. We made it a year. We've been a year on Patreon. It's been wonderful. Added 2 new levels of subscribers on the members only subscription platform called Patreon. Serving up a lot of good stuff over there. Doing daily live streams from the couch, using the laptop, cup of coffee, talking about the day's astrology, magical applications, spiritual implications, ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little something to send us on our way. Favorite way to start the day. And even though it rhymes, I really do truly mean that from my heart. All of my subscribers get that, as well as all of the extended readings, all the part 2s. Yep, you can get the part 1 on YouTube, part 2 on Vimeo, but all of my subscribers across the board get the extended past, present, and future, and there's an awful lot of them on there to sort through, and you just do it for a month just for that, as well as the other levels of subscription. If Seeker, the new one, gets that. They get the daily chat as well, and the daily check-ins as well as the extendeds, but then it just builds from there and there and there. So go check it out if you want more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, and more Mal, and I'm planning some really cool fun stuff to do for the holidays. Come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, that my beloved crab cakes and cross watchers you can just call Mal. Hey, my crablets. I have a lifetime great case of crabs. There's always been a Cancerian woman in my orbit at some point or another. So very happy to hopefully be helpful with this 8-card draw, and you'll see why when we talk about the astrology. But if you are new to the channel, just to be polite, my Cancerian mother's a nursery school teacher, so I can do this in a fun way, right? Big block letters and whatnot. An 8-card draw is just 1 card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline, in this case a waning moon, going from, the full boop, 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 waning, see, nursery school teacher mom, boop, 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 the letting go, the releasing, the alchemy, we'll talk about it. Let's look at that astrological timeline. The full moon in Gemini, Wednesday, December 7th, and that alone, it's Gemini ruled by Mercury on Wednesday, the day of Mercury, December 7th, 11:08 p.m. Eastern Time. I am from New York. And then we have got the 2 weeks of letting go, releasing, surrendering, weeding the garden, metaphorically speaking, but certainly I like the language of spiritual alchemy the best, releasing the 3 elements that are in lead in order to get gold. Symbolically, we can't do that literally, otherwise really the financial markets would take quite the shock from that, I think. So shadow to light, pain to peace. I like the language of lead to gold, and we will be using the Whispers of Lord Ganesh as our second to last card down to help remove them obstacles of those 3 atoms, so to speak. So in that 2-week period, the 21st of December, we got winter solstice, right? A couple of days right before what? The big one that people really look forward to. But before we get there, the new moon, Chiron, the wounded healer, goes direct in Aries. I'm just sensing inner child work across the planet might be really important. And that happens the exact same day that the new moon goes into Capricorn on a Friday. You're talking about a long-term love day, and not just romance, but maybe that too. December 23rd, 5:17 a.m. So we're going to be in the last, the 3 days before new moon is the dark moon. This is the darkest dark moon of the year because, well, will it be? No, well, no. I guess that was in Scorpio, because we will be in the bright part of the year. Oh, so we got past the worst one. So dark moon in Sagittarius before that can be a little tricky. So that's why I do these, so you can kind of like nail the dismount with that and plant a really wonderful long-term Saturn-based cardinal Earth Capricorn seed, if you like, which is your opposite sign but complementary, your cardinal water, creative water. So enough explanation. Let's get to divination. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs you got. May have 4 different things you're clearing, but it's all holographic. Tweak one, the other ones tend to follow along a little bit. Or maybe you're getting different points of view, different clues, tips, and hints about one in particular. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And cross watchers, you apply this to yourself. You're going to get some alchemy done for yourself, which will be in support of the Cancerian you're cross watching for. And Cancerians, if you do this, you'll be helping everyone in the Cancerian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun collective. Pretty big deal. Let's see what hits the table. The shift from explanation to inspiration happens, Virgo, in the still point. Oh, there you go. Here we go. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. There you are for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Beloved ones, please. One card in clarity. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype hovering over the head like a satellite? The pattern, the archetype, the original pattern of shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, the soul power they incarnated, they contracted to develop, and therefore shifted the lead to gold balance, not just for themselves, but everyone in the collective, etc. This full to new December 2022. It was a little wordy, but you go, oh, this is in. I'm going to put the light side in the title. I've learned. You learn as you go. You got the victim victor archetype, one of the survival family archetypes, and honey, everybody has the 4 archetypes in the survival family archetypes. Almost like when one hits the table, it's like, okay, now I have to explain that part for new people because you're a victim. All archetypes are neutral. It is a spectrum from shadow to light, lead to gold. There's the child archetype. Everyone was a child. No one gets away without that one. How you learn through innocence and safety. The victim victor, the victim being the lead, the victor, as in victorious, being the gold, is the guardian of self-esteem and boundaries, right? What is victimization but crossing a boundary that ought not have been crossed? And so everyone has this. Nations have the child, the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute archetype, because it's how we learn to survive in the world. And of course we learn a lot of lead along the way, and we get that's not our fault that we have conditioning and programming, ancestral, societal, whatever, victim, victor, victimizer, all of that. It's not our fault, but it's our responsibility to heal that. There's a difference between fault and responsibility. So let's have a look-see-dooksy at this one. The shadow attribute is the lead. This has the 3 atoms in it that need to be released, transformed. Matter cannot be created or destroyed, only changed. Into gold, the shadow attribute, playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity, which is a vampire move, but vampires are usually victims that have been bitten, so take that symbolically. Oh, there's a wonderful video here that I did years ago, a 2-hour lecture called Witches and Vampires, and it gets into the archetypes of all of that. Inability to maintain personal boundaries. Now, I gotta say, I know very, very few Cancerian, at least women, that have problems telling you what their boundaries are, unless they don't. So that's an interesting thing there. The light you're shooting for prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So this could be about anything. The 4 survival archetypes are the trunk of the tree. All the other 8 families are branches. Their health depends upon these 4. So don't freak. There's an opportunity for victory here. Should you what? Look at your boundaries and your self-esteem, but self-esteem as a verb, not a noun. That is key. Thank you, Carolyn May's Sacred Contracts and all the other work that she's done. I think she's a Cancer. She might be a Cancerian, if not a Sun or a Moon, because she's got that Queen archetype in spades. I love her, but not the Queen of Spades. Queen of Hearts, if anything. Now, I love her. Okay, let's keep going. The next 4 chakras down. So this is the program and the satellite, right? Beaming it down to the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart, the internal world, the feminine energy, the yin dynamic, the goddess energy, second level of power, the personal world, the world behind your eyes. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Because throat chakra minimum, you have free will of what you want to do with this. You can delay, but it cannot be prevented. And how many times you want to keep reincarnating either into the same situation or into another life just to cross that T and dot this I that you could do in this 2-week period, a little bit or a lot. Breathe. And I have those ocean waves in the background, which are just perfect for this reading. Still point. Oh yeah, let's go to town as I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer powers of the West, beloved goddesses of cardinal creative water. Please, just one card in clarity for my beloved Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of inside? Heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic to help alchemize that victim to victor this full to new December 2022. Well, you got Kali, the Tower, when it's a major arcana card, and this kind of, it's only 2 tarot cards. The next one's the second and last tarot card for the draw. It's all of them chakras at once, right? That's why I do the chakra spread, so that you can see predominance in which chakra. But this, I mean, Kali, look her up if you're not familiar with her. That's not too terrifying. But she is in this the awakener. So it can be a bolt of lightning, a spiritual bolt of lightning, an insight that just destroys old belief systems in the blink of an eye. I teach tarot, and when I do, we get to the Tower card. We use Rider-Waite as a foundation because most books are based on that. I say, someone who doesn't believe in spirits or spirituality and ghosts, it's all just crap, you're just out of your mind. And then one morning, right before they wake up, they have this semi-lucid dream, and there's their great-grandmother standing at the foot of the bed going, do not, and it's real, and it's there, and he has it, and he loses it in that one instant. All of that doubt and disbelief gets blown away, and illusions can get blown away when it's internal, all those chakras. What an alignment. So sure, this can be a card of enlightenment, lightning, light is truth, enlightening and truthening, but all at once. Particularly, this could be big. This could be big and really, really positive, because Kali is the mask that Kuan Yin wears when she tried with the feather, and now here comes the lightning bolt. But it's a good thing. Oh, Martha Stewart, I adore you still. Shall we? Lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy. Stepping out, looking at yourself horizontally, or you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things, because lower 3 chakras are about relationships in the physical world. Solar plexus is your relationship to yourself. Self-image is a noun. Self-esteem is a verb, as we said. Dig into that. There's a lot to say about that. Directly connected to your intuition, your self-esteem as a verb. Your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't, right? Second chakra, money, sex, power, relationships to other people or things, creativity, all of that. Root chakra, yes, the physical body, the physical world, but also your physical relationships in terms of groups of people, 3 or more where you're involved, from small circle of friends to your genetic heritage, your political party, all of that. It's all tribal. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. as I call upon my gods of water. This is different. The sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please, gods of cardinal water, creative water, one card in clarity, outside in, inside out, lower three chakra, masculine dynamic for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of? To do the shadow work, to alchemize the victim to victor with Kali, the awakener, on the inner, this full to new December 2022. 10 of Cups? Well, I would say worth it. I would say worth it. Your cups overflow. Well, that is my true love card, my ecstasy card, and I do mean the emotion. Your cups running over. This is the union of Eros and Psyche. In the true love reads I have in the description box, you can find it on YouTube, many different versions of the myth, but there's one where it's sort of like comic book animated and it's adorable and it gets the point across. But they got married in the Three of Cups. She hadn't seen what he looked like. It's a long story, but she married him without seeing him because he was a god of love. He wanted her to really truly love her, right? And then she deliberately sneaks it, gets caught, has to go on errands for her mother-in-law. Down to the underworld for a jar of beauty cream. Hey, I would do that for the right rapid wrinkle repair. You bet I would. I've done it. Right? And eventually coming to the 10, they were already married, but now she becomes a deity. She becomes a goddess and lives with him forever and evermore in true love, hunting and whatever with them bows and arrows. He gets pricked with his own arrow. Wear gloves. So, come on. This could be for a Cancerian. All three of those chakras, I wouldn't say that for every sign, but you could be feeling this ecstasy in the root chakra, the second chakra, and the solar plexus, because you have this amazing alignment of, it may be shocking, it may destroy things that you thought were the truth, but perhaps only appeared true. Remember, perception is not always truth. The sun does not rise in the east and set in the west. If the planet turns on an axis, and I'm sorry to tell you this if you didn't know, this one does. And I know you knew that. Raised by a nursery school teacher, right? So look, this is wonderful. This could be the kiss of true love, but you're going to have to really assess your boundaries and your self-esteem. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. So that's what I meant. I was like, well, this one feels a little different, a little bit more serious. And yeah, it is. So we got our chakras on the table. Let's get a mantra for them chakras. The Macon Healing Mantra deck. Technically, Carolyn Mace's deck and the Healing Mantra deck are not divination. They're healing systems, but I use them as such because I'm an eclectic witch. Shall we? All right, the survival family archetype. Then we know who we're dialing up. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, still point. Well, I thank you very much as I call upon the Ascended Masters of Survival, physical survival, emotional survival, mental survival, spiritual survival, energetic survival. Please, beloved ones, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra. Click it into place like a big chunky puzzle piece for the Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. They can do a little bit of every day, really dive in, because anything they do in the interior world with Kali may be abrupt, could be a breakthrough, could be a real clarity coming in there, so they can alchemize that victim to victory with Kali on the inner, 10 of Cups on the outer, this full to new December 2022. Welcome, surrender. There is no problem. There is only destiny being fulfilled, darlings. The realization of that can make your cups overflow like this because, look, we are all taught, oh, there's a problem, Houston. We have a problem, right? Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, the ego makes it a problem. The soul essentially sees it as a situation, right? It's a thing. It's something you're experiencing. It's the mind that decides. So, there can be belief system built at this problem, that problem. The problem's in me, the problem's in them. Victim, victimizer, around and round we go. And remember, all victimizers had to be victimized. That's just how it works. Check with the psychologists and the psychiatrists, but it tends to be a theme. Unless you're just born a scary baby, but they tend to be Scorpio. Don't tell them I said that. They'll come for me. I'm kidding. Sorta. So, you know, this is very, very powerful. I'm going to read it from the bookie book. There is no problem. There's only destiny being revealed. And often what this is, particularly with shadow work, you have this insight, and all of those things that you think were the worst things that ever happened to you, you look at them and you go, oh my God, this is part of my destiny. I couldn't be here with this 10 of Cups without that. You can't screw up the divine plan. Even your fuck-ups are part of it. Work. All right, enough. Let me read it. Welcoming surrender. I think it's the last card. Yep, I'm pretty sure it is. Welcoming surrender. Breathe this in. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. When surrender is welcomed, you are open to viewing life as the playground of the soul's evolution. You're no longer worrying about what, I have to send this reading to somebody. You are no longer worrying about what to do or where to go. Instead, you are following the gentle, peaceful flow of inner guidance. In surrender, every personal conflict is handed over to source. Oh yeah, handed to Kali. That should be abrupt, so as not to distract from the prime objective of evolving your consciousness with the utmost sincerity, love, and compassion for all. And do look up ruthless compassion. It's another way of saying tough love. Just saying. This mantra is ideal for eliminating resistance, dealing with anger. I have always had a Cancerian woman in my life, did I mention? And easing an overthinking mind. This is going to hit your internal world, because maybe something so wonderful, emotional, it can be any of your relationships, not just to people, individually in groups, but money, creativity, sex, power, all of that is all part of your destiny. But destiny comes from fate, lead, gold. Fate, destiny, take the journey, let her strike you with the lightning. And but you might even have a mystical experience, which is different than a spiritual experience. Big time. Yeah, they're in the same neighborhood. All right, so the victim, Kali, 10 of Cups, welcoming surrender. You might as well, because if Kali's on your case, you might as well. All right, so let's turn the party. The Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo Hartfield. We're using her Whispers of Lord Ganesh as our second to last card down to remove those obstacle atoms. This one often turns the party because it does have the true love and the romance cards, and that too. It is the Whispers of Love, not the Whispers of Cash. But let's see what hits the table. The voices of the higher selves of all concerned. So there is somebody else, other people involved here, and it feels like there is. Their higher selves have a say too. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, how delightful. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading to help them alchemize? The victim into victory, Kali on the inner, 10 of Cups on the outer, welcoming surrender. This full to new, December 2022. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. Now look, supportive means different things to different people, and certainly with Cancerians, depending on mood, that can change like weather and blow, right? That Cancerians very, very boundaried in a healthy way, absolutely will be very, very clear about what they are willing to support and what they are not. But making a genuine effort here talks about moving this love into the world, right? To show that you care. there may very well be, I'm going to take this not just from lightning as truth, but this could be inspiration that lights you up like you're like a toe in an electric socket, right? That you get struck by lightning. Those particles of inspiration come together and zap you right in the crown chakra, and down it goes, and it just fills you with bliss. But you know, that's when our self-esteem really needs to be viewed as a noun, because then it's an action that you can take care, right? Wow. And be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. But let's say this is a huge influx of money, right? Or an idea that just changes your life for the better overnight. Your ability to be Cancerian, fourth house, the nurturer, the mother of the zodiac, be supportive, but be supportive in ways that feel right to you, that are within your new healthily set boundaries. In other words, it feels like your boundaries are going to change. Particularly when people make a lot of money and all of a sudden people you've been heard of for a really long time start popping up left, right, and center, right? It's like, oh, now you're returning my calls. Funny, I don't remember calling you, right? Clickety click, 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 said the Cancerian crab cake. Okay, got it. This could be not just about money, but I mean, your cups are going to be overflowing. So just be careful, right? Watch your boundaries, because vampires do love fresh money. Let's ask the Divine Animals Oracle, or should I say, not asking the cards, but asking your spirit animals and totems how to help you with this. All of the dogs that ever played Lassie, each one is an individual animal, a spirit animal, but the sum total of the soul and spirit energy of the dog is the totem. So there's the difference. Let's see who's here to help, because they're always with us. Please take a nice deep breath. Whoa, still point. Yeah, I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Please, who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, giving them the guidance, the grace, the love, the wisdom, the power, the protection, the support, and the oracle message to help them alchemize the victim into victory, with Kali on the inner, Ten of Cups on the outer, welcoming surrender and being supportive this full to new December 2022. Uh-oh, Piscatios. You got the bull sacrifice. A little Mithras, anybody? Let's have a Mithras party. Yeah. Who's bringing the axe? Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh, but now, obviously a Taurus energy there, but for a Cancerian sacrifice. Now, I'm going to tell you before I even read this here, it doesn't look like the sacrifices in the Ten of Cups. This might be really have to be sacrificing a whole belief system or something like that, right? Because the foundation was faulty. It doesn't mean it had bad bricks in it. You can take those bricks and rebuild things. It's true. I've had to. That's why I'm an eclectic. All right. I'm digging this read for you. But you got to admit, that bull energy is PDFF. Pretty damn frickin' fertile. Card number 40. Where did we dive in? Oh no, we've got a ways to go. 29, 38, 39, and 40. Just going to read the verbal description and the magical application. Bull, Durham. Sacrifice. All worthwhile things mean we must sacrifice something. Martyrdom is rarely good. It's in the book, Mom. Do not get angry. Martyrdom rarely is a good choice. It is good to trust your tribe. Okay. Have faith that all will be well. Reciprocity and offering to something bigger than you is a powerful act. So, you know, the sacrifice. The root of the word is sacred if you look at it, right? So that's what I mean. If your boundaries are intact and you're really, well, they change and evolve. Don't talk to strangers, great for a 4-year-old, a nightmare for a 44-year-old, right? Unless you were just texting all the time, right? No human interaction. So certainly there is that. There is that aspect of it here, of those really clean boundary shifting, the magic. Most societies no longer sacrifice bulls like our ancestors did, but it was a thing for a very long time, particularly in Greece. But the concept of sacrifice remains. Bull energy can help you make the sacrifices you may need to make in order to support your work. Be supportive. In order to support your work or something you desire. Bull magic can also be used to move yourself out of the sacrificial or martyrdom position you may have fallen into. Please buy the book and see that I am not making this up. It is there in black and white. Many of us continually sacrifice our needs over and over and over and become unhealthily selfless as a result. This only breeds resentment and extreme neediness, which is very damaging to our own growth. Wow, talk about shadow work. Look, you're the nurturers, the mothers. So the idea of the sacrifice, not the sacrificial mother, but the mother who sacrifices, you know, regardless of bodily gender, right? Like how an artist, if they have that mother archetype and they're gestating and they're sacrificing for their art, that's just as much cardinal water, right? So it's not just about biology here, but I love that the card support was in there, right? To do what you gotta do to support this Ten of Cups and whatever it is that's blowing you up. If you can really go, there isn't a problem here, there's just destiny being revealed, and maybe there's some stuff from the people in your life that you've been sacrificing to, where something is revealed. It's like, I don't have to do that anymore, because there's not a problem. I had to go through this. This is just my destiny being revealed. Something like that. Let's talk to Lord Ganesh. This deck is amazeballs. I love it. I love it. Every time I use it, I get to tune to Ganesh a little bit more, and he's lovely. The Hindu, elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, to help with those three atoms in between lead and gold, the difference between victimization and victory. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ooh. As I call upon the beloved Lord Ganesh, God of prosperity, abundance, and remover of obstacles, please, one card in clarity for my beloved Cancerian collective. There you are, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message? To help them remove the obstacles from lead to gold, from victimizer to victory in the 8th, Kali on the inner, 10 of Cups on the outer, welcoming surrender, being supportive with some sort of sacrifice here on the table. This full to new December 2022. Oh my goodness, priorities. There's going to be a sacrifice of priorities. Obviously, your life is going to change on the inner. All of this joy on the outer. You're going to be flying on a different frequency. You had to go through what you had to go through to get here. So welcome the surrender. I was like, okay, all right, let's take the journey. But to be supportive along the way emotionally supportive of those around you, emotionally supportive of yourself, making that effort is obviously a priority. Wow. Card number 30. I mean, I've said it before, I will say it again. My skills are, I'm fun, I have cool hair, I know what I'm talking about, the gods put the right cards in my hand. Please take a night, breathe in the Lord Ganesh priorities. It's more than peanuts. He really loves peanuts and milk. Still point. Oh, I love you so much. Here we go. Card number 30, priorities. Make the most of your time. Every day is a gift. You have the option to make the most of what life is offering you. If you long to create organization in your life, you will benefit from prioritizing. Your ideals determine what you will seek in life. That's a good one. Your priorities are most visible in how you use your time. Ganesha is holding the water lily and emphasizing the importance of your values. He encourages you to know what you truly want. What makes you happiest? There are always blessings that may not be apparent in the midst of a disappointment, which might have been what you have gone through, and now that Kali lightning, that Tower card on the inner, might very well show you that was not just needed, necessary, and very, very much part of your destiny. Where was I? Time is not something that can be saved for later. When it comes to the time allotted to you each day, you only have a limited opportunity. Make your choices about how you spend your time in accordance with your highest values. If you languish or procrastinate, the moment will be gone. Reevaluate how you have been spending your days and how you can strive to be more satisfied. In terms of priorities, for each major decision, such as education, occupation, place of residence, marriage, or parenting, you may ask yourself, what will be the impact of my decision? This is a throat chakra thing. And if you got Kali and all of that shifting right now, welcoming surrender might be a good place to start. In all choices, make sure that you are certain of what your priorities are. Relate your goals to ways to bring love and blessings to yourself and the people you share your life with, which of course would be part of being supportive. Cool. It's going to be a sacrifice of priorities. But remember, it can be done in a sacred way. That is what sacrifice is. It ain't all about killing stuff, people. It's not all about martyrdom either, right? And by the way, usually the food was eaten by the people, or the priests or priestesses in those sort of things. But, you know, no, we just have factories do it, whatever. Let's move on, shall we? Enough political social commentary from moi. That's not what I do on this channel, but, you know, reincarnational fatigue, I suppose. Let's get that last card down, the Blessed Be, the Hidden Blessing. I see you, Melchior. I'm looking at you. They like getting into hijinks when I get on camera. I'm a good cat mom, though. So the Hidden Blessing. Blessed Be, Lucy Cavendish. Love the book. We do the blessings for real, so as much fun as I like to have, to get these readings on a higher vibe, particularly the shadow reads, we do these for realsies. And at the end of reading it from the bookie book is technically the end of the reading, but then the next maybe 2 or 3 minutes, I release you all and your cross watchers. Now there are 2 of them in the kitchen. I will pull this reading over and turn this video around, young man. Please take a nice deep breath. That was mama voice. I probably just sounded like my mom. Still point. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, the delegation from all lineages, traditions, and cultures, please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. The hidden blessing, the gold within the lead, the light at the end of the tunnel, a little something to know that the blessing is in place, but because of the alchemy, you can't see through lead, neither can Kal-El. So, you know, have at it, beloved pantheons of all pantheons, traditions, lineages, and cultures. What is the gold within the lead, the hidden blessing? For the Cancerian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. There are 2 on there. No, just 1. Sorry. I know I'm not being a very good delegate today of the pantheons. It's my pantheons. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you for the Cancerian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. This full to new December 2022, a blessing on your intuition. I have cool hair. I'm the fun one. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And the gods put the right cards in my hand. Look at her. She's hanging out with her crystal ball in the woods with some aminals there. It looks like there's an owl. There's a lot going on. Just chilling, laying back. You know, as one does. Leave the balls joke out, mark, edit. That's why you're on Patreon. Here's the blessing for realsies. Take a deep breath. Here we go. still point. Pantheons of all pantheons, please transmit. A blessing on your intuition. A blessing to create a trusting relationship with your own inner guidance. In this world, many will seek to guide you. They will hold a torch aloft and show you a road that they will promise you has a destination that is heavenly or healing or a home for the spirit in which you will be loved, in which you will finally belong. May this blessing light the torch of your own inner guide, who alone knows the truth of your soul. May you begin to sense out what is best for you, priorities, without pride or vain public deliberating. May you just simply connect with a light within, and from that light shine out, and with that light the glowing radiance of your own intuition, the guide of your own spirit. May the road you take be softly illuminated. May you trust when it takes place, but not force it on another. May your own intuition grow in its light until it glows bright when needed and softens when you feel ready to walk steadily into the direction of your own soul. May you trust that you are becoming who you were born to be, like it's your destiny or something, and never who another would make you. May this intuition not be shaken by mistakes or misinterpretations, but may you open up the senses you were gifted with by the Spirit that guides us all. And may your own inner wisdom that will be expressed through that innate gift of intuition be given room to blossom. May you be taught well, but not attached to teachers of the intuitive gifts, including myself. But there is a really good audio, Carolyn Mace, talking about self-esteem, fundamental, something like that, and she really weaves together intuition and self-esteem as one thing, just saying. May you be taught well, but not to attach to teachers of the intuitive gifts. May you be guided, but never against your own intuitive will, and may you come to understand that the price of walking this way of truth to the self may sometimes be high, but never as high as the giving up of your will and spirit and guidance to others. Let yourself be open to the messages from within first, and then allow the world to speak to you through the filter of your most pure, intuitive gifts. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. Blessed be. Really, really good reading. If it clicked for you, if you felt it, hit the thumbs up. Help the other Cancerians and cross-watchers find this. Do me a service. Do me a favor on that one while you welcome surrender. And goodness gracious, if you want more of me here on YouTube, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell. Melchior, the second prince, the second son, the Leo cat, there he is. Absolutely hit the notification bell. Like, I'm doing these in advance because I might be going to jury duty next week, so I'm putting these out when I get home from jury duty if I end up going there. And if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal born from a Cancerian mother, come Patreon on Patreon. Really, it's a lot of fun. I'm not kidding. $3 a month, Seeker, like I said, gets you the daily live streams and the extendeds, but everything above that, little by little, 8 levels total. It's a good deal, and I love doing it, and I'm a lot of fun. And if you want to book me for a private read, feel free to check out the link in the description box. Lord and Lady Fandadana. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything you wanted to know about booking a reading with Mal. Perhaps you were afraid to ask, but Cancerians usually find a way. I love you, my crab cakes. I know it's emotional, I know, but reach out, get support, and I am here to help, as well as I'm sure a lot of other people are too. But follow that gut of yours, because it's rarely wrong, but can be misinterpreted when you're not feeling good. Anyway, wish you the very best and the very best of all of this. I love you. Hang in there. Have at it. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.